Hello Uganda, you're on the Remedy AETV empowering you a beautiful Saturday evening. We have been talking about empowerment. If you were with me last Saturday, I want to get into it later very fast. If you were with me last Saturday, we talked about empowerment and misconception about feminism. And some concerns came, obviously, from you, my viewers, my fans, and me personally as a woman. We have thrived through this Uganda. We have seen the vice president this year being appointed as a woman. We have seen very many women transforming into politics, power. But then there is this misconception about why should a woman be this in the society? It is very affecting. Anyway, we are at Acacia Hotel, very beautiful, serene. You can take tea, you can have a meal, come with a date. Trust me, you're not going to miss out anything. Welcome. Thank you so much for coming. Let's tune in. I'm not alone.
You're watching AETV, empowering you.
So when I talk about women in power, ladies and gentlemen, I can't stand here alone and start babbling about women in power when I don't have evidence. So I'm here with the CEO, here for her.
Yes, here for her foundation.
Yes, an organization that is fit for fighting for women rights. And I'm with the Minister of Gender and what? Minister of Gender and Guidance, Mbarara University of Science and Technology. Who else could I invite for something like this? You out there, if you're watching us, please tell us, what do you think about empowerment and women in power? The women are evolving in politics without fear, but the society is taking it in a different way. We have seen how Nabanja has faced a lot of online gender-based violence because of the money that was supposed to be issued out, because of being appointed her position that she is on right now, and very many other women. So I have seen you, Rusty, being an activist in politics before, right?
Yes.
Yes. Tell me that, what asked you, what made you bump into this thing? This is not easy by the way. Very many people fear engaging themselves into politics. Mostly, if you're not the person standing for it, you're literally fighting behind the background. That is what you were doing, right? Yes. So tell me, what was this year?
Well, thank you so much. Briefly, I'm called Rusty Nabagala. Just like she introduced me, I'm the CEO here for her foundation. It's a community-based organization in Ipigi district. I'm a young leader, both in politics and student leader. Well, joining politics, it wasn't something like a game. Neither was it easy. It took me some time to sit down and prepare myself. Why I joined politics? I thought, and it's true, the world needs leaders like me. The world needs leaders like me. Depending on what's really is rotating within the country, what my fellow youth are going through. So I think my fellow youth need a voice like mine, and it's actually through politics or being a leader that you can influence, you can influence policies and you can as well influence development. So really it needs someone to have that confidence, to be bold enough, because this isn't a field which is easy, but actually it is risky, I should say.
Yeah, it is really risky.
Yes.
So it was confidence, the belief you had in yourself to go in for it without. How did you deal with? I'm sorry, I'm going to come to you and you tell us, Bridget, about what you think about women in politics. But Rusty has really influenced me personally. You have seen her an activist for people power. We love our president, by the way, but yeah, and you were in the back. What about the comments that came in on Facebook, on Twitter? How did it make you feel? I saw some people attacking you on Facebook.
Yes, like I said, it all needs you to be confident, and once you know yourself and you can stand by yourself, really nothing can put you off. Of course, those disregarding comments came in, somewhere like, no, she can't do, no, she has just gone for money, but actually there was no money, This is something you do out of passion, out of love, because you love serving, you love to see people doing well, Yes, and maybe things to do with sexism, things coming around, because politics, this is a world where you're going to meet people of all categories, oh my God. And in here, you're going to face so much criticism and temptation from the opposite gender. Yes.
That is very true. Thank you for what you did there. I appreciate the courage, the zeal that you went there with. It is very few people that just stand up for opposition without any reward they're getting, just to influence people. That was good work. Bridget, welcome to the show once again.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, so you're the Minister of Gender. So you know what we're talking about. You're definitely standing for women.
Yes.
I don't know if it's only women or
I am
both.
standing for all gender.
All gender.
Yes.
That is better. So you, as a young lady, which year are you?
I'm in my second year.
You're even in second year.
Yes.
Yeah. So definitely you had not spent a lot of time in maths, that you have to first get used to the place and then become a leader. It was in you to go and contest for something like that. What made you
What made me go into leadership?
into the leadership, such a big position? Definitely.
It's passion and a vision.
Mm.
Once you are a lady, I think every lady out there has a vision. And she stood out of the crowd, and she was able to defend herself and come out in opposition. That's the vision I'm talking about. I had this vision since childhood, and I am like, I have to fight for the rights of people, not only women, but to fight for the rights of people. And that's why even after getting to the GRC post, I had to apply for the Ministry of Gender, because I wanted to fight for the rights of people. It was a vision from childhood.
So which kind of vision do you have when you're fighting for this, let's say at MAST? What exactly do you do in your position to fight for these women and men?
To fight for women and men, most of the things that I always do are about equality. I don't have bias on each gender. The reason as to why I always advocate for specific things that belong to every gender. I want everyone to come up and fight for their rights and do something that is going to build them a very great name that they will be able to defend in a future time, just to fight for one's dream. Yes, under my ministry.
Oh, that is very good. So you want to influence people
Yeah.
under you. That is a very good one. You talked about defending all gender. Last time, you guys, I came here and talked about feminism, and I was attacked in my inbox directly by a man.
Yes.
Yes, he told me, you don't know what you're saying. If men hear you say these things, they're not going to date you. What do you guys think about feminism? Maybe it could have been from another perspective. I had other two girls on the show last Saturday. I don't know if you guys watched, but they had their own views about feminism. Now you're fighting for all genders. That is the best thing. That's the best way of dealing with something like this. Do you guys think only women should be feminists?
Thank you so much, Jenny. Wow, so interesting. Feminism is not attached to any gender. Whether you're a man or a lady, you can be a feminist. And feminism is not all about putting women at the top of men, no?
Yeah.
Feminism is fighting to see that women can own their own voices, They can own their own voices, like they can fit in the society. They can be equally treated. You get equality. Yes, we just said it for equality, but not that we are fighting to put women at the top. No, that's why we say feminism. It is inclusive of both genders. Yes.
Only that people always misinterpret this. We have different ways in which we can understand some things. When you talk about feminism, someone will understand it from this perspective of we are promoting women. We want them to be on the top of men. We do not want them to, we are going against society norms and culture, but that's not the thing. When we are into feminism, we are aiming for equality. We are fighting to uplift this woman who has been down. We want them to also be on top, not on top of men, but to come out.
Yeah, to come out.
Yes, to come out of what they've been, fight for their dreams.
Thank you. I hope you're listening. By the way, for your own information, my dear viewers, feminism by definition is equal rights. Like, we are fighting for equal rights. Both men and women should have equal rights. I don't know how many times I should say this, but work time, we all have 8 hours to work. We all involved in conceiving children.
Yes.
Like, why wouldn't we have these equal rights? That's what we are all fighting for. We're not saying that we should be better than men. We only want to own our position in the society as women and leave men as men. Yeah. So I'm here with leaders. We are in a conservative world, but trust me, we're thriving through as women, going up and up to become leaders. And that is why I bring to you beautiful leaders every Saturday. Thank you so much for watching. We're going in a very short break. We're at Acacia Hotel. Join us anytime you want. Wow. ETV empowering you. You're still on the remedy. Welcome from that short break. I appreciate you for always tuning in every Saturday. What would I do without you? Well, again, we're at Acacia Hotel. I'm with Bridget and the beautiful CEO. It is empowering me right now. Trust me. So, you guys, we're talking about empowerment and women in power. We've not yet put light about empowerment. We talked about it. It was with other ladies. Some people might think we are choosing a certain gender. So you guys can tell me, you can push more light about women empowerment and empowerment in general.
Okay, thank you so much. Well, and I really love this talk. Yeah, because we need to enlighten the world.
Yeah,
so,
the world needs people like us.
Definitely. So women empowerment. When we talk about women empowerment, so women empowerment, basically, I can bring it as a movement or a transition, which aims at breaking the traditional ceiling. Because remember, traditionally women were attached to different gender roles, we are attached to different norms, so women empowerment, we are trying to see that we break that traditional ceiling. If we saw women are not supposed to participate in politics to be leaders, we want to break that ceiling. If you say women are supposed to be in the kitchen, no, women empowerment, we want to break that ceiling. We want to say that women can come out, they can own a voice, they can make choices for themselves, you get. So that is basically women empowerment. Yes.
That's what you have to say about women and empowerment in general.
Thank you so much. Yes. Yeah. Women empowerment, it is a very sweet topic to be discussed because many people do not know the difference between these terms. I can be empowered, and when someone sees the things that I'm doing, the few things that I'm doing, someone will be like, this is an activist. The next time, this is a feminist. The next time, this has no future ahead of her. There is the way how they disregard we young women, if I can say young women that are into activism, that are into such stuff for uplifting a girl child or uplifting the young women. But that's not the case. If I can talk about empowering women or women empowerment, it's all about giving a woman a stand to develop themselves. Because as women, we need to have our own voice. Very many women down there are dying with silent voices. They go through hardships, but then they do not come out, to say that this and this is happening. Look at a campus setting. A I will say campus because I am a minister in a campus setting, whereby I have had many cases of girls whereby they do not have even a voice at a young age, at a tender age, whereby she is ruled, ruled by a boyfriend, if I can say that. And you find you have no voice, you can't stand on your own, you can't say anything. He is there to decide for you, you have to do this and that, and if you do this, just between our relationship and maybe with your friends, just between our relationship and your books, you understand that. And you feel like, no, since I have to protect my relationship, then let me postpone my discussion. You understand that?
I understand.
Yes.
You're letting go of some important things
Yes.
because of certain
things that you have to protect, and which is not the case. When you are empowered, it doesn't mean that maybe you are going to disrespect people or you are going to disregard any other thing in your circle. No, but you have time for everything at different paces. You know that this is time for this is time for that. You can't decide on your own. Very many people I've had, like students, I'm talking just because I've interacted with many students, and yes, and someone says, Bridget, even I'm not given a chance to decide for myself, I have no right to make decisions. Someone is telling me that, look, girls do not have any opportunity to make decisions. I am the boy, I am the man in the house. I remember we are people that are designing our future, but when your dreams are ruined at such a time, then that means you are ruined. So to be empowered is to be given an opportunity to stand out and show the world that yes, I am doing something. And when the going gets tough, obviously the tough get going. When you are into something as a young girl, since it is all about women empowerment, you allow me to talk about the girls and defend the girls. When you are empowered, when things get tough, you get tougher. I love her. She is my inspiration as well. Yeah, there are some leaders that you see in the university and you're like, wow. One day, when I joined first year at campus, I got to know Restina Wagala. I was impressed by what she was doing, and and her enthusiasm. You would see her on the compound and you're like, wow. As well as the guild president.
And I love your attitude. You're such a young vibrant.
Okay. So we're here appreciating ourselves, you guys. These ladies, I can't have enough. Okay.
That's it.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Thank you. So, what I pick from all of you is that you have to have a purpose for you to be a poet.
Yes.
Generally. So, I don't know what you as a viewer is going to say about this. I would appreciate it if you dropped a comment and told us what you think about empowerment, what you think about what we're saying. Negative or positive, we're ready for you.
I'm not sure beside having a purpose as a lady. As a lady, you need to sit down first to know who you are, who you are, and you have to attach very on yourself, If you don't attach very on yourself, meaning that when it's going to come, it blows you to the south, it will come, blows you to the north, you get
everywhere.
Yes, meaning you have to know your worth, and you have to attach very on yourself. Yes, as empowered women, that's the way to go.
Yeah, so we're women empowered. Thank you so much for coming on the show. By the way, let's talk about, because we're still talking about women in power. What have you guys heard about the politics of Uganda today? Or not even the politics. Apparently, Mbara University of Science and Technology has a guild president as a woman. Has a woman as a guild president, right? As a lady, as you guys, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
that's a caring female president of Mbara.
A very big achievement. But there are some people I have heard, because I've also interacted with many people in politics, and why they say they cannot put a woman as a president, like the president of a country. You guys saw Betty Kamya coming as president. We've seen even some other women.
Nancy Kalembe.
Yes. But you can always see the number of the votes they get on the queues of all that have paraded for that. It is always lower. it is always lower. Even us women are not empowering our fellow women to go in, because there is this misconception that a woman is not going to lead the whole country. You know, but women are the ones coming back home, taking care of all the kids, taking care of the husband in a certain way that people do not understand. By the way, you don't have to first cook or wash clothes for you to take care of people. That whole mental, the way we deal with things, is the way we take care of the whole of the country. The mercy we have as women. You know, we're mothers.
Yeah,
we're mothers.
We are kind.
Yes. We're just kind. So what do you guys think about the challenges that women in power are getting in Uganda right now? Talking about the ones we've just mentioned, Nabanja, Lava by the way, did you get Nabanja's money?
Oh, I didn't. I think I wasn't counted as a vulnerable.
Oh my God. Henry's dying.
I don't know if Bridget for her got.
No, I did.
I got the money.
You got the money. Oh.
Okay. What do you think?
So, yes, much as activists or the world different civil society organizations have come out to take a tremendous effort in lifting up women, but still we are seeing that it's still a challenge to put women into space. And this challenge is not, the challenges are not just brought in by men, the opposite sex, but even within women, we ourselves, yes. For example, you know, everything, if you want to achieve something, you need to first change the mindset. So we can't achieve gender equality, or we can't achieve women empowerment before changing the mindset of the communities, you get So let me first go to the side of women. Why? Because you're going to find I feel like you may find someone, for example, recently when H. was aspiring for presidency, you could find even for girls saying, I can't support her, you know. Why? As no valid reason, but she's saying I can't support her. You get
just because it's a woman.
Previously, you know, like I said, traditionally we had those norms like attached women are not supposed to be into politics, you get. Actually, even not to be into politics, but even weren't supposed to vote, you know. Weren't supposed to vote. But this one, I think, was phased out by the women's suffrage. That was the 19th century when women empowerment started prevailing. So we are saying that women, so we grew up, even I myself, yes, I grew up within that narrative. I'm a woman, I need to be done, you get. But it's all about after seeing fair women, after moving the world, you know, that you feel like, no, I don't have to be raw. I'm a woman, but I can still stand, I can still join any space I feel like, you get. So within our mindset as ladies, we still have woman, will I manage it, you know? That's why even when like I'm going to see, if I'm not empowered, I'm going to see a fair lady standing out to join a particular space, I'll be like, I can't vote her, because within me I know I'm a woman, and a woman is
supposed to be
not enough, you know. You get, it's not enough, she can't do it, you get. That is the perception of, and women will still feel inferior about ourselves, you get. We need to change that mindset so that at least we can have more women in different spaces, you know. And when we go to the side of men, I should say men, they are just rigged, you get. Okay, you know, they have this perception that women empowerment is all about putting women at the top, you get. So that's why, and still they feel out that patriarchy narrative within themselves, where because among the patriarchal roles, a man has to be at the top, you get. A man has to be at top, a man has to be the head of the family, which is right, yes.
It's okay,
there are some things we can't change, you know, and yes, they are real, we can't change them in life. But then when it comes to spaces, I think we can all be whatever we feel like we want to be in life, you get. So particularly men think a woman cannot do better, you know. Particularly they say, no, I can't be led by a woman. How can I be a man? I'm like, usually a girl is the president of must, not really, you get. That's why we had so much sabotage in here and there, you get, because how can a woman be a president, So, but then we need to understand that women are one of the transformational leaders a world will ever have. You get? And I think men should start emulating women leaders. Reason why women leaders, they are selfless. When a woman is into power, is result oriented, but is not only focused on self-development as a woman. You get? It's going to say that, no, I have this skill, I'm leading this, but how can I involve Bridget? You get? I'm doing this, how can I involve Jenny? So women, they are not all about I have to do the work and finish it, but they're about bringing in other people to occupy spaces. You get? You see how the trade will go on, because if I'm into something, I'm going to bring Bridget. You also need to learn this. Bridget will also bring in someone. You get? So women are transformational leaders, and the world needs to know, and in fact men need to emulate them, and they should start supporting them in whatever way possible. Briefly, that's what I can say about women empowerment still.
Okay. By the way, you guys, if you're watching, don't say we're saying that men are not supposed to stay where they are or not supposed to be in power. We're just saying women also need a position in this society. And without judgment, it should be seen as a normal deal. Like, if a woman is in power, it's okay. It's a human being. A man is a human being. Why not? Bridget, what do you have to say?
Yes,
About
thank you
the
so much.
challenges that this political...
My heart bleeds with pain
yeah.
when someone stands out of the blue and thinks that I cannot do it.
Yeah.
Because I being a girl child, I being a lady, does not necessitate me to be a failure. The glass ceiling has been there, but we have tried to break it. To break it into pieces, and we pass through it and fight for the dreams.
Yeah.
Look at the time when we had the movements, the women movements, the first wave, the second wave, and the third wave. And finally, we're able to get gender, all men and women, in development. It is not only for men. And I think if a woman is given a chance to come out and struggle, then they're able to break all the limitations that we are having right now. It hurt me some time back when someone would just dance to the drum beats of the other people who think that women cannot do it. If you stood out of the crowd and it's like, I can do it, out of how many men were they, 5 or 6?
Yeah.
Over 5? Yeah.
Yeah, something like that. And then someone is dancing with the drum beats, she's going to fail, I have my candidate, those things, or she wants to be a heady girl, some funny stuff like that. Even similar to Nabanja, Honorable Nabanja, when she came out and she was made prime minister, many people were against that. People had to throw lemons at her, but thank God she has turned them into lemonade, and she can, speak,
yeah.
and she can defend herself. She can defend her position because she has that inner mind that I can do it. That ceiling is no more. And she is not a selfish lady who will be like, I am doing this for my family. No, it is for us as Ugandans. And that is what I have to tell us, my fellow women out there. Actually, I love women. And when I'm talking, and it always hurts me when I feel like this woman does not have a vision. This woman is just going to be independent. This woman does not think beyond her box. You understand? Please get me well. Try to understand me for you who are out there watching, because we have a lot to do. We have a lot on table. If she can be a CEO for her, she has a vision. You understand? And this vision is to better all of us. But then someone, a lady, will be there to say that, oh my God, she's going to fail. She's a failure as CEO. How come she's a lady? I can't go on with her. I can't join her.
She's still even a student.
Yes, she is still even a student. So it is all started by us women who lower our expectations, who limit our hopes. And you feel like, this is not my thing. Because me personally, since the time I started growing, I used to be like, I have to defend women, Yes, I defend all gender, but I had this thing within me that I am not a failure, and a woman can stand out of the crowd, and do something outstanding. Look at the women. We are the ones actually causing some challenges that we face.
Right.
Sometimes,
yes, sometimes. So we have to make sure that, okay, start with yourself. I've always preached the gospel of love yourself and believe in yourself. So when you believe in yourself, then that means you will have a better future. You will have a better you tomorrow.
Yeah, that is,
that you can. That's it.
Yeah, you guys, I wish we could talk like a whole day because we have a lot to say. Yeah, we have a lot to say. There is a lot that is going on in politics of Uganda. The president has 94 advisors and only 20 are women. I don't know what you guys think about that, but I feel it would be fair if we could see 40 advisors as women, because the whole country is comprised of women and men, and we all have different benefits we get from the president, different views we could deliver. You get.
Miss Jenny, so, when you said that we still need more women in power, we still want women in leadership, to some extent I feel like it's we who haven't taken a step.
You're right.
Yeah, but you guys, it's not only we. It's not only women. I cannot only. Well, I'm the host of the remedy, but I'm also going to. You guys, it's not only women, because women have been influenced in a certain way. We are glad we have a voice. You guys, we have a voice. We come on the remedy and say these things. There's some people who have not had an opportunity to have a voice, and that is why we have to stand for them. And as a society, urban societies, it is comprised of men and women. You understand? So if women all gathered for women, we don't want this. We're fighting for equality. That is feminism. We're fighting for equality. We don't want this to be only a women-based society. We want men to get involved with women at the same time. That is what we're fighting for. We don't want women to stand alone, because trust me, if we could stand alone, we would not want boyfriends, we would not want fathers, we would not want husbands. We cannot be women alone. The society has men and women. We need each other. We need each other at the same time. So I will blame women for not standing up sometimes, but I will blame men sometimes for not giving women a platform to listen to them. You know, there are some men who will turn on this channel today and hear they're talking about women empowerment. Nah, I don't need this. Please are deceiving themselves. Something like that. I'm very sure there are very many people who are going to attack me today. I got you. Okay.
So about the conversation of having few women leaders still, you know, the world still to achieve gender equality, we need to have equity itself, you get. So yes, they are saying spaces have been opened up for both men and women to take up. But then, have we been given the same resources for us to get there? Have we been given the same platform for us to get there? You know, as we try to change the mindset of the society, you get, because if the constitution says a woman can stand for to be a legislator, but then deep down someone there, a person called maybe Tracy, another person called Joseph, they say no, a woman cannot be a legislator. You get?
Yeah.
Because this is not a restriction by only the male gender, but it is also part of us. We ladies, you get? Because we fail to stand out. And even when our fellow women stand up, we tend to envy, I should say. We tend to envy them, like, because I think women naturally have that thing of, how can she be better than me?
There is that, exactly, yes. That's that whole perception of, and it is in us.
Yes, it is in us.
It is in us. We have already put that envy in ourselves.
It is in us.
And that has made.
I remember, I think I was in my first year, 2018. Then those days I used to post, you know, like when you have a vision. So I once posted something like, Woman MP in PG District 2021. Then someone said, nganya kakuwa. It was in the vernacular, like who will vote you? You get. And she was, I felt she was my classmate in O level. You get. And she was a fair lady, but she said it well in a course. Nganya kakuwa. You get. Meaning that only can easily pull me down. Oh my goodness! If my classmate has said so and so, now who will you get? Who will you know? Yes. So that is it. Women, and we still feel free about ourselves, and still we don't support our women who have come out to stand. You get. I think we need to change that perception. As women, we need to grow. We need to grow. You know,
to love each other.
To love each other and to wish good for one another. You get. And still for the men. We need to understand that women, we can as well do good, just as men do. Yes, and just in case our man stands up, please, we don't have to be like, no, you have to be at home. If he's your wife, please support, support her. You know, she can do better. You get. Yeah.
Thank you so much. Really, you have something to say? We're winding up, you guys. We don't have all day. I wish we had all day.
All I can say, let's support one another. As women, we see that we have a vision and we wish to be there. It is not written anywhere that a woman is supposed to do only house chores, cook food, you know, and only that. Because we have seen women paying school fees. We have seen women providing security to their own families. You know, so that shows that we can do everything.
We can be leaders.
Yes. And
respect your fathers, respect your husbands, respect every gentleman around you, but know that you have a role to play, and support one another so that we can be at the utmost horizons. Thank you.
Well, maybe to also add up to her, women empowerment should not be basically in politics or leadership. I think we need to empower women in all angles, be it economic empowerment, be it structure, be it politics, everything, whatever it takes. Yes, a woman can fit there. And as women, we don't have to overrate this thing also. Like putting it, we are women, we are empowered women. No, I think we need to, you know, we need to stay humble.
Be yourself.
Be yourself. Respect people. Don't be like, I'm an empowered woman because I've gotten a voice, then I need to step on people. No, you get. Respect people. Respect. If he's a boyfriend, if he's a husband, you know, I call it respect. You get respect while knowing your worth. You know.
That is very true. Ladies, thank you so much for coming. If you're there viewing, again, by the way, at Cashier Hotel. So nice. We've been talking about empowerment and women in positions in power, politics, out there in society. We may talk about women empowerment in economic empowerment next Saturday. So if you're interested or you have something to share, so, you know, throw it in. But thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for being here. Do not misunderstand me. I'm here as Jenny, proudly, by the way, a feminist. I will never deny that, because I love men, I love women. Like, we're all in the society together, but women also need their rights. And fighting for feminism, I don't mean disrespect, just like Bridget said, and Resta. Respect your husband if you have one, respect your boyfriend. I respect mine, but I'm still a feminist. Respect your fathers, respect men in their position, and respect women in their positions. Allow them to grow, reach where they want to be, because they are also human beings and they deserve a lot. They're mothers of the world. Thank you so much for being on The Remedy, you guys. I love you so much. You're on ETV, empowering you. If you have not yet used the Let's Farm Shop app, or if you're using it, you definitely know that it is working effectively. You download it, or if you already have it, make an order and get your fruits at home, vegetables. You need to stay healthy. Thank you so much. It is beautiful Saturday. It's a beautiful evening. We're at Cashier Hotel, ETV, empowering you.
You're watching